Ale na wszelki wypadek. Dobra. Sorry. Dobrze, a ja mam coś mówić, czy jakieś pytania będą? Bo nie...
Jan, that was a hell of a finish. Have you ever landed that before in training? Have you ever finished another fight like that?
I don't remember. Really, I don't remember. Maybe some long time ago, but on training, never in the fight.
You obviously were carrying a few losses into the Octagon this evening. Did you ever feel the pressure of that, being on a bit of a losing streak?
A little bit before fight, but when I stepped to Octagon, pressure was gone. Just fun and enjoy the fight. That's what I feel.
What did you make of the atmosphere this evening? You had a lot of support.
Yeah, it was an amazing feeling. A lot of crowd, Polish fans, and all over the world. It was really loud, so yeah, that was really nice feeling for me.
Arkadiusz Pawłowski, sportywalki.org. Janek, to było zwycięstwo, którego na pewno bardzo potrzebowałeś, na które bardzo czekałeś, ale chyba nie spodziewałeś się, że w takim stylu.
That was the victory that you needed, but you didn't expect it to be in such a way.
No tak, ale każdy, wiesz, na każdej walce spodziewam się zwycięstwa i chcę wygrać i robię wszystko, żeby tak się stało. No nie zawsze wychodzi, czasami się noga powinie, ale wiesz, tutaj powiedzmy, że teoretycznie gdzieś tam byłem na krawędzi, więc musiałem, wiesz, postawić wszystko na jedną kartę. No wystawił głowę, wiesz, popełnił błąd, ja to wykorzystałem i wyszło jak wyszło.
I expect a victory in every fight, so this one was no different. But yeah, this was the great victory for me. He just made a mistake. I used it perfectly, and yeah, I finished the fight.
Czy w którymś momencie walki czułeś się zagrożony?
Did you feel dangerous at any moment of the fight?
Jeden cios był taki, który poczułem, że mi się tak troszeczkę, powiedzmy, nogi ugięły, tak w cudzysłowie, ale to praktycznie sekundy już później już pełna kontrola była, także po jednym ciosie gdzieś tam było tak fajnie w głowie.
After one hit, I felt a little bit dizzy, but after 1 second, I was gone already.
Marcin Jabłoński, MMA-Rocks.pl. Janek, w ostatnich walkach, jeżeli nie było problemu z obroną obaleń, to był problem z kondycją, co skutkowało jakimś tam obaleniem ze strony przeciwnika. Jak było z Gustafssonem, była fajna stójka, nie było obrony obaleń. Teraz były jakieś perturbacje, jeżeli chodzi o twoją przynależność klubową, zmieniłeś klub i teoretycznie nie było za bardzo warunków do tego, żebyś to poprawił. Jak to ci się udało zrobić teraz?
Czy nie zgodzę się z tym, że nie było warunków, żebym to poprawił, bo jak było widać, to ja wywróciłem zapaśnika i wybroniłem wszystkie jego próby obaleń, z kondycją nie było problemu, także ja zmieniłem klub, ale wróciłem też do starego trenera Roberta Jocza i po prostu przestałem kombinować, wymyślać i testować jakieś nowe rzeczy, tylko robiłem, wiesz, jechaliśmy z takim, powiedzmy, starym systemem, który zawsze się sprawdzał. No i nie zgodzę się z tym, że jakby tego nie było, bo u nas w klubie mieliśmy warunki, jak było widać, do tego, żeby przerobić te wszystkie rzeczy.
Chodziło mi bardziej o kwestię czasu, tak, że może przyzwyczajenie do nowego otoczenia i tak dalej.
No nie, no 3 miesiące, to tak wiesz, to nie jest, a to nie jest jakieś dla mnie nowe otoczenie, bo my się gdzieś tam zawsze, wiesz, znaliśmy z tymi chłopakami, którzy nam trenowali tak naprawdę i tyle.
So the question was about the preparation to the fight. That you changed the club, and Jan said that he had plenty of time and good. That was the good quality preparation for him. That you had time to do everything, to the stand up, to the wrestle. I took down the wrestlers first, so he disagrees with the opinion that he didn't have time to prepare in that matter.
Janku, niewątpliwie Tomasz Majewski, Fight Sport oczywiście. Janku, rozmawialiśmy przed galą, wiedzieliśmy o tym, że ciąży na tobie olbrzymia presja. Byłeś zawodnikiem, który był poddany w ostatnim czasie ogromnej krytyce. Wytrzymałeś to. Co możesz dzisiaj powiedzieć tym wszystkim krytykom?
There was a huge pressure on you. A lot of people just were criticizing you. What can you tell them now?
Pewnie się zawiedli, bo wiesz, to są tacy krytycy, którzy cieszyliby się, gdyby mi się nie powiodło, także no muszę im, no, przykro mi, no sorry, nie wyszło.
Yeah, I feel sorry for them. Well, yeah, it didn't happen for them because these are the people who would like you to lose, who would like to criticize. So, not this time.
No, na pewno znajdą coś, wiesz, żeby wytknąć także spokojnie.
Of course, they will find something that they would like to criticize. So, chill.
Now, obviously, that body kick to the stomach of Devon Clark is what eventually started to finish him off. Is that something that you'd planned in training? Was that a part of your game plan?
Yes, I always use the left kick. I like using my left leg. It's one of my best weapons, so I will use it every fight when in future fights, and that's it.
And
I like to do this.
He took a lot of damage to his ribs as well. Could you tell pretty early on that, you know, he was close to
Yeah, I
finish?
see that he started catch a deep breath. That he start slowing down. So I knew that my kick works good.
And were you really feeling the pressure for this fight, obviously coming off a few losses?
Yeah, but when I stepped to the cage, the pressure was gone, and I just enjoyed the fight.
And what is next for you? What fight do you think would make sense?
I don't know. This is not my decision, but I would like to fight against Shogun. If it will be possible, I will be really happy to fight against someone like Mauricio Shogun Rua. Nie wstydź się. To ja się wstydzę tu bardziej. Okej, thank you. Dziękuję.
Carolina, congratulations. What does it feel like to be back to winning ways?
This is something amazing.
Fair enough.
I feel really, really great.
And what did you make of the support tonight? The fans were very vocal for you and chanted your name throughout the fight.
Once again?
What did you make of the fan support that you had, the Polish people in the crowd?
Jak ci pomagała polska publiczność?
it was big support for me. I there is no word to describe this feeling. What I feel now, what I felt when I was in the Octagon. It was something amazing. Fight in Poland.
Did you feel any pressure at all? Obviously, coming off 2 losses before the fight this evening.
No, I never feel pressure before the fight because I love what I do. I feel pressure when I'm on diet and I can't eat cookie.
So, Carolina, right here. And your opponent, she had a tactic like coming in, coming out, like really avoiding you, using her footwork. Did that frustrate you?
No.
Did it?
It was a good fight. I have good fun there in Octagon.
Okay. And what do you see for the future?
I don't know. Now I need 3 days for vacation, and after that I want to fight with Jessica Andrade.
Okay. Thank you, and enjoy your cookies.
Thank you.
Daniel Austin from the Fight Box podcast. You had several moments, especially in the second round, where it looked like you were going to finish her. What do you think was your best moment in the fight?
I don't know. I have to watch this fight because I don't remember nothing.
Did you think that you were coming close to finishing her at any particular moment?
Yes, but I knew she is very tough, so Jak powiedzieć, że nie chciałam się podpalać?
I didn't want to burn out.
Yeah.
To może dla odmiany po polsku. Arkadiusz Pawłowski, sportywalki.org. Karolina, sukces, którego na pewno bardzo potrzebowałaś i na który zapracowałaś. Teraz, tak jak mówisz, odpoczynek, ciasteczka, później Jessica Andrade i co jeszcze później? Bo rozumiem, że w UFC chcesz się zadomowić.
No tak, już się chyba zadomowiłam. Mam nadzieję, że jeszcze troszeczkę tutaj zostanę, bo naprawdę tutaj w jednym z wywiadów ktoś mi zadał pytanie, jak wygląda moje największe marzenie. Ja żyję w moim największym marzeniu, moje marzenie właśnie się spełnia, to jest coś niesamowitego. No mówię, następna walka, chciałabym się zmierzyć z Jessicą. Ona jest numerem 1, ona mówiła, że ja odmówiłam walki z nią. Podkreślam to po raz kolejny, że to było totalną bzdurą. Ja nigdy nie odmówiłam żadnej walki, w ogóle nie dostałam takiej oferty, ale teraz bardzo chętnie się z nią zmierzę. A co będzie dalej, nie wiem. Nie chcę wybiegać tak daleko w przyszłość. Cieszmy się tą chwilą, która trwa teraz.
So the question was about the future in the UFC, and Karolina said that somebody asked her, what is your dream? And actually, she's living the dream right now, so she doesn't need to have any more dreams right now. And for the future, yes, Jessica Andrade said that Karolina declined the fight with her. However, that never happened. She was never offered the fight with Jessica. So this time, yeah, let's just do it now. You're open to do it.
Tomasz Majewski, Fight Sport. Karolina, robiliśmy wywiad przed tą galą wcześniej i jak pamiętam, nie mogliśmy sobie przypomnieć nazwiska tej rywalki, z którą dzisiaj walczyłaś. Zapamiętasz już to nazwisko? Chyba dała jednak...
To nie było tak, że nie mogliśmy zapamiętać nazwiska, tylko nie mogliśmy go wymówić, że każdy inaczej je wymawiał.
Jak ją zapamiętasz? Jak cenne jest to zwycięstwo? Bo jednak postawiła twardy opór i przyjmowała wszystko, co leciało w jej kierunku.
Tak, poproszę. So before the fight, they had the interview, and you couldn't pronounce the name of the opponent. Are you going to be able to pronounce this name now?
Tak jak powiedziałam, że nie mieliśmy problemów z zapamiętaniem nazwiska, tylko z wymową, bo każdy wymawiał je inaczej. Ja cały czas podkreślałam, że Jodie jest świetną zawodniczką, bardzo twardą i moi trenerzy już wcześniej mnie uprzedzali, że na przykład jest to dziewczyna nie do znokautowania, więc nawet jak były takie momenty, że gdzieś tam czułam, że ją trafiłam, że jest na siatce, no nie chciałam się podpalać, żeby się nie wypompować. Mówię, czułam, że przeważam w tej walce, więc chciałam sobie tak przewalczyć na spokojnie i było fajnie.
I knew that she was a crazy tough girl coming into this fight, and my coaches told me that it's not a person that not a fighter that I can knock out. So I wasn't like burning the energy to do it during the fight. But I really enjoyed the fight inside the octagon, and I will remember it.
Uważasz, że to był akurat krok w kierunku rewanżu z Joanną Jędrzejczyk?
Do you think it's a step further to rematch with Joanna Jędrzejczyk?
Na razie nie chcę tak daleko wybiegać w przyszłość. Chcę dalej trenować, cieszyć się tym, że trenuję, cieszyć się tym, że walczę. Tak jak powiedziałam, chciałabym, żeby moją kolejną rywalką była Jessica, a co będzie dalej, zobaczymy.
I don't want to look that far into the future. So far, I would like to enjoy training, enjoy living, and the next opponent would be nice if that was Jessica.
InTheCage.pl, Paula Klimak. Karola, walcząc z Jody miałaś bardzo dobre warunki po to, żeby je wykorzystać. Chodzi mi tutaj o zasięg i te różnice gabarytów i zaproponowałaś Jessica Andrade jako twoją następną przeciwniczkę, jakąś opcjonalną. I czy ten wybór jest podyktowany jakoś tym, że one są gdzieś podobne w swojej anatomii i po prostu z Jody sobie dobrze poradziłaś, więc czy masz taki pstryczek właśnie, że aha, dobra, poszło mi okej, myślę, że Andrade to byłaby fajna oponentka na przyszłość?
Nie, to nie ma nic wspólnego z warunkami fizycznymi. Już przed walką z Jody Jessica podkreślała, że ja odmówiłam walki z nią. Ja w ogóle nie dostałam takiej propozycji. Jessica w tym momencie jest numerem 1 na świecie. Ja zawsze powtarzałam, że chciałabym walczyć z najlepszymi, więc chętnie z nią zawalczę.
So the question was, going into the fight with Jody, you had the reach advantage and the height advantage. So choosing Jessica as your next opponent, is it the same like okay, I won the fight with Jody, so I can move to fighting with Jessica? But no, Karolina said that no, definitely not. It's not it's not the point, because Jessica said that I declined the fight, but I will say that over and over again, I was never offered the fight with her. But however, we can do it now.
Magdalena Dubert, MMA Rocks. Karolina, z mojego punktu widzenia wyglądasz, jakbyś po prostu wyszła z ciężkiego treningu na siłownię, a nie przewalczyła przed chwilą 15 minut. Powiedz, czy wybrałaś już rywalkę, chcesz Jessica Andrade? Powiedz, czy jest szansa na to, żeby może zrobić to jeszcze w tym roku? Czy wolisz jednak odpocząć trochę i najeść się ciastek?
Już tak powiem, złapałam wiatr. Przepraszam, przetłumaczę.
So the question was like, Karolina, you look like you've been just to a very tough training session. What would you like to do next? How close the next fight would like to be?
W tej walce czułam się naprawdę rewelacyjnie. No, przewalczyłam 5 rund i naprawdę w ogóle nie czułam zmęczenia i mogłabym przewalczyć jeszcze, znaczy przewalczyłam 3 rundy, bym mogła przewalczyć jeszcze kolejne 3. A co do walki z Jessicą czy w tym roku, to muszę porozmawiać z moim trenerem, bo razem z nim podejmuję wszystkie takie decyzje, ale nie mówię nie, może w tym roku, może na początku przyszłego roku, mówię, muszę pogadać z chłopakami, jak oni to widzą, na spokojnie, za kilka dni usiądziemy pewnie do rozmowy i zobaczymy, co będzie dalej.
So I felt wonderful in this fight. I wasn't really enjoying it. And I don't know about the next fight, if it's going to be this year. I need to talk about that with my coaches.
Ale skracasz te moje wypowiedzi.
Karolina, tutaj. Niewątpliwie gala UFC w Gdańsku była bardzo udana. Czy w przyszłości jakby będziesz jedną z tych zawodniczek, która będzie nalegać, żeby UFC wracało kolejne razy, 3., 4., 5. do Polski?
That was the huge event here in Gdansk. In the future, are going to be one of those fighters who really insist on coming back to Poland?
Oczywiście, że tak. Będę na to nalegała z całych sił, bo Polska jest naprawdę wspaniałym narodem. Polacy są wspaniałym narodem, którzy kochają MMA. Mamy tutaj wielu świetnych zawodników. Nawet Conor McGregor zechciał odwiedzić galę w Polsce, więc czemu nie?
Yes, I will definitely insist on UFC coming back to Poland. We've got great nation, great fighters, great MMA fighters, and even Conor McGregor wanted to see it on his own eyes.
Przemek Osiak, Przegląd Sportowy. Chciałbym zapytać, czy to, jak przystępowałaś do tej walki, czy dało się poczuć, że to było coś niezwykłego w związku z tym, że to walka odbywała się w Polsce? Czy zawodnik jest, no szczerze, czy zawodnik jest tak skupiony na swoim zadaniu, że no nie da się tego odróżnić i pomyśleć, że to jest naprawdę ten moment, gdy dzieje się coś niepowtarzalnego?
Kiedy walczy się u siebie, że tak powiem w domu, to jest naprawdę coś innego. Super jest walczyć gdzieś za granicą, jeździć po świecie, podróżować, poznawać nowych ludzi, zwiedzać nowe miejsca. To jest naprawdę fajne doświadczenie. Wszędzie ta publiczność daje ogromne wsparcie, ogromny doping zawodnikom, ale jednak jak się walczy u siebie, to jest coś tak niesamowitego. Już w momencie, kiedy wychodziłam do klatki, jak widziałam tych wszystkich ludzi, jak oni krzyczeli, jak się cieszyli, to tam musiałam bardzo się opanowywać, żeby po prostu się nie rozpłakać ze wzruszenia. Jeszcze widziałam gdzieś tam moją mamę w tłumie, no to naprawdę no jest to coś niesamowitego.
Możesz powiedzieć, że to było... sorry, Dawid. Proszę.
So the question was, could you say frankly, when you were entering the Octagon, is it really something special if that you were fighting in Poland, in Gdansk, in your country, or is it like the fighter is so focused on entering the Octagon and the fight that you didn't really feel the difference? And Karolina said that she definitely felt the difference when she was walking to the Octagon. She saw all the people. She even saw her mom in the crowd, so she was really emotional. She was really holding her emotions inside, and yeah, she's really grateful for all the support of everybody here.
Czyli najlepsza gala, w której ty brałaś udział jako zawodniczka?
So is it the best event that you participated in as a
Z twojego punktu
fighter?
widzenia.
Z mojego punktu widzenia? Chyba tak.
So in my opinion, yes, that's the best event that I have ever been to.
You were very emotional after the fight, obviously extremely happy. Can you try to put it into words exactly what you felt when you won the fight?
It was fucking awesome. Dziękuję. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone.
Darren, congratulations. What a win in UFC Gdansk. Can you break that fight down for us?
It's only what I visualised since my last fight, just every day in the gym. Just seeing, not even cowboy fall, but just a body fall in front of me. And, you know, it happened.
And did you expect it to happen so quickly as well in round one?
A little bit, yeah. I expected like first, second round, but just because of how powerful I am right now, I'm just so powerful. And I knew as soon as he walked in the cage that I had his number. He didn't know how to take me. When the fight was booked and that, and a lot of people are saying they don't know me in cowboys, like he doesn't care. And You know, I never ever took disrespect or anything like that, but when people actually see me in the flesh and they see how I carry myself around, they see that it's not fake. I'm not like a fake confidence. I'm just totally believing myself. And you know, when he walked into that cage, you could just feel it, that air of confidence from me, and I already knew I had him as soon as he walked in.
So there was a little bit of drama at the end. You called out Mike Perry. Why was it him in particular that you wanted to fight?
Well, I didn't call him out. He said that Cowboy was going to beat me on Twitter, and I said that he wouldn't. And you know, after I beat Cowboy, I was in my mind going to call Mike Perry out, but he got the fight booked with Santiago, who I wants to fight as well. So I don't really care about him now. You know, the fight can happen if he beats Santiago, which I don't think he will do, and then we can get it on. But right now, he's got a fight book, so I don't really care.
And if obviously that fight is next for you after that one with Santiago, can we expect to see UFC coming to Liverpool for a main event?
Well, it has to now, doesn't it? You know, they've never been. They had the opportunity to, you know, go. When my Team Carbon, was flying the radar for Europe years ago, Terry Etten, Paul Kelly, Paul Sass, all them guys, and you know, they nearly came, and now, you know, I'm one of the few guys in Liverpool and Britain, you know, flying the flag, and they've never been to Liverpool, and you know, you've just seen how many guys from Liverpool were there, so can you imagine if they go to my hometown? So yeah, it definitely needs to happen now.
Darren, up here. Congratulations on the win. We see Michael Bisping's gone on and won a world championship. When we spoke to you for the very first time over in Dublin, you told us you were going to be the next British UFC world champion. You're one step towards that. How much is someone like Michael Bisping an inspiration to you as you go on your journey towards the top of the sport?
Well, I said I was going to be the first, and he beat me to it, so that's a sore thing, you know, Michael, come on. But no one inspires me. No one's my hero. I don't look up to anyone. I inspire myself, and you know, it might sound like arrogant or something, but I just don't look up to anyone. I never have, and I never will. You know, if there's one guy I could say, it's probably my teammate Terry Etten. You know, I've looked up to him ever since I was a kid, ever since I seen him train him. You know, but I just respect Michael. What he's done, what he's doing, you know, how tough he is. Everything he's done in the sport, you know, is, you have to take your hat off to a guy like him, but he doesn't inspire me. No one does. You know, that's not an arrogant way or anything. It's just no one inspires me.
And the talk of potentially the UFC coming to Liverpool. Liverpool is a very special sporting city. For those who perhaps don't quite have that grasp of that, explain just what a UFC event would be like if they did something at somewhere like the Echo Arena in Liverpool.
I never forget Dana saying about Dublin, the way he said there was never an atmosphere like it. And you know, I fought in Dublin. Dublin's a crazy place, you know, the fans are crazy for it. I think the Echo could really top that. I think Liverpool could definitely top it, you know. When they get behind one of their own, they really get behind one of their own. You've seen them all then, you know, they're going nuts, and this is Poland, you know, Liverpool would just be insane, you know. We've got the stadium there, you know, I think it holds like 15,000, so the UFC needs to come to Liverpool. It's such a sporting city, you know. MMA is coming now. You've got so many fighters, so many MMA fighters from Liverpool coming up. But if you just look at boxing, you know, we've ruled for years in Britain. We're such a fighting city, and it needs to happen. I keep saying it, you know.
And last one from me. You're currently competing at welterweight. You're still quite young in the sport. How long do you think you can compete at 170 before maybe you have to start considering the potential move up to 185?
Everyone knows I fought this year, you know, after a long layoff in Sweden, and everyone knows I didn't make weight in Sweden, and I said it'd be the first and last time it happened, and it was, you know. I've made championship weight twice now, and you know, people always go on how big I am for the weight, and I really am big, and you know, I'm not one to say it's ever an easy weight cut, because fighters say, oh yeah, this is my easiest weight cut, and they're just lying. Weight cutting is not easy, but this week, you know, I usually get prepared for a long sauna session, and you know, getting the last pounds off, and it's always a struggle. This week, you know, I started my weight cut on Thursday about 6 o'clock, and I was on weight by 9. You know, you see me having a glass of Coke, you know, so I've never done that in my life, and I haven't had 15 MMA fights. I've had a ton of Muay Thai fights. I've boxed, you know. I've never been able to do that, so right now I'm strong at welterweight, but I definitely know I'm going to have to go up to middleweight and bust a few guys up there, so we'll see.
Just quickly, Darren, you've obviously got a big fight on the horizon next, whoever it may be. what schedule works for you? I mean, do you want to try to squeeze one more in this year, or do you think maybe shut it down, enjoy the holidays, and pick it back up next year? What's the right plan for you?
I would. I would, but you'd have your team around you and they advise you best. And when you believe in your team and you trust your team, you listen to them. I'd fight every week if I could, and I have. When I was a kid, when I was 16, 17, fighting professionally, I used to fight every 2 weeks. But right now it's different. You have to be smart, and my manager Marcelo, he said he doesn't want me to fight again this year. He said he wants me to just have a month off, because I've had a 2-year layoff and I've come back and I've just stormed the UFC again. I've beat 2 top European prospects, and then I've just took out one of the all-time greats, Cowboy. So maybe I'm gonna have a month off. I've been working relentlessly in the gym, so I'm gonna have a month off. Get bladdered a few times, and we'll see what the new year brings. But if a fight gets booked, if the UFC say right now we agree to fight in December, I think I'll beg me coaches and my manager to take it. So
Darren down in front here.
Right down. Oh, hello.
We're only a few, I guess, minutes after the fight, but obviously there's a lot of people saying on social media you're now the new big thing, I guess. And how do you feel you're going to be able to handle that pressure now? You've got endless media and endless people telling you you're the best.
I said in the promo, don't ever doubt me. I said, do not doubt a guy like me. And now people are saying whatever, I'm the new big thing, and how do you deal with pressure? And I always say the same things over and over again. Like, if I could never deal with main event pressure or the media pressure, what will come, I wouldn't be fighting. I would walk out this room right now and I wouldn't fight again. I can deal with it all. It's what comes with it. I'll never forget watching a promo for Ronda Rousey, and she done every media obligation. She still got a training, and she still got a food, and she still went and fought and beat Beth in Brazil. And that's what champions are made of. You know what I mean? And I know I'm a great, and I know I'm a champion. So anything that comes my way, I'll be able to deal with it. And people say I'm only young, I'm only a kid, but they don't know the roller coaster ride I've had in my life. And I'm not going to sit here and cry, but I know I can deal with anything that comes my way. And with regards to fighting, no one's going to get in my way to where I want to go.
You just said then you're going to be you're going to be a champion. Do you kind of map that out, I guess? Do you know how many more fights it will take for you to get a title shot? Is that something you think about?
Well, yeah, I think about it, but I've just had a question before, like, do you think you're next in line for a title shot? And I'll say it again, I don't believe that I've earned that right. I would never disrespect the champion. I will beat the champion, I know I will, but I would never sit here just because I've beat Cowboy and say, yeah, I'm ready for a title shot. There's so many more guys in front of me. There's, they need the shot first, and then when I get my shot, I'll just take the champion out, and I know I will. But I'm certainly closer, and I certainly do plan, 1 fight, 2 fight ahead. I'll ask for that title shot as soon as I take another 2 guys out. But for now, I just want to relax for like a month and then see what the UFC offer me. And whatever they offer me, I'll take. I don't care.
Last question. Did you exchange words with Donald after the fight? Obviously, it was a very friendly build-up. You had a lot of respect for each other before, but did you exchange words after?
Yeah, he come up to me, and he was just, he congratulated me, and I thanked him for the opportunity. When we were building this fight up, and you get certain fighters and certain people, they try to trash talk, and it comes off as very fake. When I say things, I'm not trash talking. I'm just speaking my mind and what I believe and what I think. And I've been a fat fan of Cowboy since I watched him in WEC. I respect the guy, and let's make no mistake about this. He gave me the opportunity. He could have said no to fighting Darren Till. He could have, and nothing would have changed. But he said yeah. So I have the utmost respect for a guy like Cowboy Cerrone, who will fight anyone, anytime, any place. And for him to fight a guy like me, I'm 24, I'm hungry, I believe I can beat anyone on this earth. That man's got balls, so I respect him so much.
Darren, here.
Hello.
Please describe Polish crowd, Polish people, because I think the atmosphere at the arena today was amazing.
Crazy, yeah. I didn't know how to take it, like, I don't know, they were just shouting. I don't think they were shouting for anyone, they were just shouting. They were, I mean, they were cheering for me, cheering for Cowboy, they were cheering for the referee. I just don't know, they were crazy crowd. Like, I don't know if it's just Gdansk or Poland itself. I heard a lot about how the fans are, but this is a place that the UFC needs to frequent more, because that atmosphere was, I've fought 3 times this year, and that was the best atmosphere this year.
So Poland can be proud of the crowd that we have. Yeah?
1,000,000%, of course. Yeah, fucking, you're crazy.
So, Arkadiusz Pawłowski, Sporty Walki.org. Darren, you, as you said, you convincingly beat one of the best guys in the welterweight division. You've shown us all what you're made of. You have been confident from the beginning, but what is your biggest strength, like in the Octagon and outside of it?
In the Octagon, I believe I'm the most intelligent fighter. I don't believe it's the strongest or the best black belt on the ground or the best striker. I believe I'm the most intelligent. You know, I believe I control everything so well. You know, Cowboy was throwing push kicks, and you know, people see me get low kicked in my last fight and they took that as a weakness. I was letting Boyan low kick me in my last fight. I was drawing him in to what I wanted. You know, and people always say, well, how are you going to deal with this pace? You know, they said at me last fight, how are you going to deal with Boyan's pace? How are you going to deal with Cowboy's pace? They have to worry about dealing about my pace. I bring them into my world, and my world is different. When you're in my world, you know, it's my rules, and that's what I do with every fight. And outside of it, you know, I'm just normal. You know, I'm just normal. I'm fucking crazy. I'm crazy, you know. But I've just, ever since I was a kid, when I found fighting, I tried to do 9-to-5 jobs with my dad and my uncle, and I just fighting. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to fight, and right now it's all paying off. You know.
That's a great example for the kids, by the way. Okay.
Stay in school, kids. Don't listen to me. I'm crazy.
Yeah, and about Thursday, when you had the face-off with Cowboy, he was. We didn't know what he was talking about, but he was telling you something during the face-off, and he told me that he was telling you to lighten up, kid.
Yeah,
lighten up. Don't be so tense.
He was giving me pointers. He was telling me how main events work. You know, I have to listen to a guy like him. He knows what he's talking about, and you know, I wasn't trying to intimidate him or nothing. You know, just coming in with my normal traditional face-off. I put my hands behind my back, and he's saying, you know, loosen up, and I'm like, okay, Cowboy, if you say so. But you know, every fighter in this world I respect, so you know.
So that wasn't you being arrogant or disrespectful. That was you just being you, being focused.
People, one thing with me is I am not arrogant. I am not cocky. I don't think I'm better than anyone in this world. I am just confident in me. Yous all aren't going to believe in me if I don't. No one, my mum, my coach, I need to believe in myself, so I do 100%, and I don't really give a fuck what anyone thinks, if they think I'm being arrogant or what. It's definitely not arrogance, it's just my confidence. It's just, that's who I am. I'm not fake, I'm not anything. I'm just very, very confident.
Darren, can you explain for us just how valuable the time you spent down in Brazil was for your career and your growth as a fighter, and also how important it was for you to come back home and train out of Liverpool again?
It was, if I say there was anything in my life that, you know, that changed it, it was the whole process. I think everybody now ever knows the story that, you know, I got stabbed and, you know, I was nearly on death's door in Liverpool, and my coach Colin Heron decided to, you know, send me off to Brazil. And you know, I got there and there was a 6-month plan. You know, not many people know this, but I'll never forget it. There was a date to come back to Liverpool. It was July 2013. I think it was the 13th of July 2013 to come back to England after being 6 months in Brazil. Like, that was 6 months was going to change me in Brazil. And I ended up, you know, going out there, and as I've just said, I'm crazy. I got a girl pregnant, and she's like, well, what are you doing? You're going to stay or go? And I'm like, well, I've got to fucking stay now, haven't I? So, you know, so let's make a life in Brazil, and that's what I did. You know, I adapted. I didn't speak any Portuguese, and you know, I'll never forget going into supermarkets and not being able to say a word, and the girls are all like and laughing at me because I didn't speak the language. And I thought, oh well, I'm going to learn Portuguese now, and I'm just going to set myself up out here, and I know that I'll get to the UFC doing that. And you know, everything I've said, I'm done. Everything I've said in my mind, I've done, and it's all coming true. And you know, it only comes true when you work hard and believe in shit like that.
And what about coming home? Are you now back at home for good now, or are you going back to Brazil again eventually?
Well, yeah, I've been back in Liverpool this whole year. You know, I felt like I needed to come back to the, you know, see Colin, and in my opinion, Colin's one of the best coaches in the world, and I wanted to really just get back and focus on striking and certain training things with Colin. I didn't come back for family or anything. I didn't, you know, you get certain fighters, you know, I always overhear them talking about how much they're missing the family after a month, and I think, mate, you need to shut up. I haven't seen my daughter for over a year. you know, and I'm dealing with that in my way. You know, I'm not sitting here crying, but, you know, I haven't seen my own daughter face to face in 1 year. She's only 3. But I know what I'm doing is bigger than me and bigger than her. It's all for me and it's all for her and, you know, everyone that supports me. And right now I'm just going to live in Liverpool, go back to Brazil every time I can and just keep it like that. Just keep it simple.
Darren, here.
Hello.
Hey, congrats on your win.
Thank you.
So your previous fight was not a very long time ago because you fought Bojan in Rotterdam. It was in September, and it went full distance, and it was a striking war. So you didn't have much time to recover. And did you have like any doubts or maybe hesitate that whether to take this fight with Cerrone or?
I don't doubt ever. The UFC, I could come out this door now and they could say, Tyron Woodley is ready to fight next week. Would you fight him? And I wouldn't doubt that I'd go in there and beat him. I wouldn't doubt it. You know, I just don't doubt myself in anything I do. I just don't doubt myself. And, you know, it was a short time and I'll never forget Sean saying, well, you should fight Cowboy. Would you do that? And I said, yeah. And then my manager said, well, wait, we need to speak. And I said, well, I want to fight him. And, you know, you could say 7 weeks was a short time, but to me, no, I'm not going to let an opportunity like that surpass me, and I didn't. And you know, look what's happened now. You know, every motherfucker who doubted me is now saying I'm the new superstar. So
yeah, for real, there's gonna be a big hype. So prepare.
Yeah. The hype's not real. Though. People need to believe. With me, with anyone, it's not about hype. It's about belief.
Yeah, but people are finding out that there's someone like you, and
exactly.
It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah.
So again, I would like to swing back to this comparison with the previous fight with Bojan.
Yeah.
So it went full distance. It was a striking war.
Yeah.
And now first round, so TKO, and I know that we shouldn't compare fights like that, but it looks like Bojan was a bigger challenge for you than Cowboy. What can you say about that?
No.
Can you compare them?
Yeah,
anyhow?
I can compare it. No, Bojan just didn't bring the best out of me. It was. I'm not disrespecting him, but it just wasn't hard. You just said it was a striking war, and you know, people saying, "Oh yeah,"
like you know, visually, because
visually,
we don't feel.
of course.
Yeah.
But you know, like I remember my coach Colin saying to me after the fight, "Why was you letting him low kick you? We all know you was doing it on purpose," and I was bringing him into my game, drawing him in, you know, letting him feel comfortable, getting that leg kick off. And I noticed that Cowboy tried to leg kick me a few times. And if you notice the fight with Bojan and Cowboy, when Bojan leg kicked me, I let him. When Cowboy did it tonight, I didn't let him. I didn't let Cowboy get into that little. Every time he low kicked me, I threw the left hand if it landed or what. But no, Bojan wasn't a stronger competitor. I don't believe he brought the best out in me, and that's no disrespect to him. But I was, you know, too relaxed, having too much fun. Tonight, I wasn't here for fun with Cowboy. Cowboy's Cowboy. Thank you.
Yeah. So you're very confident, obviously, and if you look at the division and you look at the other fighters in your division, who do you think that will give you the hardest fight of all of them?
A guy that can bring me up my pace, a guy who can just come in, doesn't give a fuck about what I do, and just drives me to the fence, tries to throw me on my back and just beat the shit out of me. You know, I mean, I hope they're not watching now because they're all going to do it. Shit, what have I said?
Do you have a name in mind?
Sorry?
Do you have a name in mind?
I think really the hardest person in the welterweight division is Damian Maia. I do. It's just, we've seen time and time again, you think, oh yeah, I can. It's mad being in that world of like the grounds. I always think about with my coach, Marcelo Brigadier, when he'd call me to roll and I'd be like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. They just bring you into this crazy world of false insecurity and they just fucking strangle the life out of you when they're ready. Good. And Damian does that. Damian doesn't come in to punch or whatever. He thought he was a striker a few years ago and now he's gone back to what he knows, and he is, to me, you know, I think he's the biggest challenge for anyone. You know, I know Corby's fighting him now and Corby's a relentless wrestler. But I believe that Damian is the hardest fight in the welterweight division. Let's go and have a beer.
Także mieliśmy sellout. Dostaliście maila.
Mieliśmy 11 po